Oh my gosh, I so nearly fell off the wagon, you guys. You know which wagon that is. Well, this is what happened. I'd been getting emails from Spotlight non-stop about sales they have on. I can easily just swipe them off because I don't need anything there unless it's something very in particular. Then the Wool Warehouse tells me that Yarn Smith's yarn is on sale. I thought, that's great. That's a really good price. I could happily leave that too. But then Love Crafts sends an email. Everything is on sale. And I just went into automatic mode and thought to myself, great, now I can get those colours that I don't have, especially the new colours that they brought out maybe a year or two ago now. So to keep true to my yarn ban, I had to tell myself, no, you have to keep your promise to yourself, Jill. Ignore the temptation. I couldn't believe actually that the temptation was so strong, especially after having these, and I can now see what I'm missing out on. So I had to pull myself up and remind myself of the promise I had made at the start of the year. Buy no more yarn. I have enough yarn. I said, Jill, look at what you've got. Do you really need more? But that little voice on the shoulder was saying, but you don't have these particular very pretty colours. But the vow to myself to buy no more yarn so that I can then pay for an advent calendar at the end of the year, won over in the end. This time. Are you wondering why I've got my blankets in a huge, towering, almost wobbling over manner? Because I need to journal them. Something happened. I realised that lots of people keep asking me about blankets from the past, and I'm continuously having to go back, pull that blanket out and find out the details for them. Like recently, someone asked me what colours I used in this one, and that's happened before. You think I would have learnt, wouldn't you? So our friend Karen on here showed us the great idea of journaling her blankets. She journals every detail. And why have I not done that before? Because I'm silly Jilly and I don't sometimes think of things until they're popped up in front of me, and I think that's a great idea. So I've got this lovely book that I got from my mama for Christmas, and I wish I could crochet this too. Oh my goodness, how on earth would we do it? But I just love it. The colours and the flow. Anyway, the book aside, what I need to do soon is go through every single blanket and write down the size, what it's made from, the colours I used, how much it weighs, so I can give people the tip about how much yarn they may need, and all those things that would be really very helpful. I'm so glad that Karen mentioned it, and thank you, Karen, because it's just a brilliant idea, especially for me on here, and I have got people seeing it and wanting to know things about it. That's one of my jobs to do very soon. Then a lot of these blankets can go to their forever home because I don't need to keep them to refer back to all the time. Great idea. Now I'm going to show you where I'm up to with our rectangle blanket. I'm really happy with it. Although there's one little spot that I could have done better, but again, I didn't know. So like you, I'm still learning, and therefore things that I make in the future will be even better, even more precise, because I've learnt the lesson physically. And that's how I learn too, is by making the mistake. Anyway, let's have a little look at what we've got here. I'm so enjoying this just for a change because it is rectangle, not square. Now this is where it's at. I'm really happy with it, other than the little mistakes that I know and you may not, but you might pick them. Anywho, we keep going forward. So this beauty, as it's turning out, gives me very elegant vibes. I'm trying to come up with a word that starts with R, and the only one I can think of is romantic. But I think it's only romantic because the colours that it's in, and some of the patterns too. So I don't know about romancing the rectangle blanket. Does it sound a little bit cliche? Who knows? But I want to read to you all the names that some of the ladies came up with, and boy did they make me giggle. Now, I put out a call to see if anyone had any great ideas for a blanket name for this one. And I'm going to have to read them out to you because I can't remember them off by heart. We've got Stitches on Parade, Transitions, Rectangle Refresh Stitches, Come What May, Doodle Around Blanket, Relaxing Rectangle Blanket, Giddy Up because it's the year of the horse, and Going Around the Bends, Plumed Stitch Parade, and another Going Around the Bend. Now, when I saw these, I just giggled on the inside every time because I could feel the tongue-in-cheek nature of the names, which I thought was absolutely great. And I thought that I had chosen the one that it was going to be until I got up to section number 3. And section number 4, which you haven't seen yet, is nearly finished, has taken me on a different journey as well. So I'm back to square one. I love all the names that you ladies sent in, and I love the effort you've put in. I'm just going to leave it be. Look, you know, I probably should have left it till the very end anyway. Oh, another silly Jilly moment. But after seeing what it's like, tell me what you think. So all's going well with our rectangle blanket. I've got in mind what I want to use next, and my stress about flipping the rounds, I think, is totally unfounded in this instance. I know it happens with granny square blankets, which put me on alert. I flip the rounds in the very first segment, but I think it's this framing section each time at the end of each section that's keeping it so nice and straight. So another lesson learned, but I do think I can relax on stressing about flipping each round. Section number 4 will be out really soon, and then I'll get working on section number 5. How are you girls going on your blankets? On your temperature blanket, triangle blanket, and this rectangle blanket? I'd so love to know. Leave me a message down below in the comments, or better still, post a progress photo in our community feed. I love that you are starting to use the community feed more and show us the beauty that you are creating. One of you joked that it's your job to make me cry once a week. And I'll tell you what, it just about nearly happens. I still am getting this chest feeling and could almost have a little teary over what you're posting, the joy you're getting from what you're making. I love seeing the different combinations of colours that you use because it's so different to what I would choose. I just really, really enjoy it. And I can feel in the words that you say in the post that you're enjoying yourself too. So using that community feed is a wonderful thing. And you know what else I love is seeing all of you talking to each other in the comments. It's not just me posting a comment, it's others of you. And that is just such a small thing to some people in the world, but such a big thing for me. I'll do a video on why one day. I think I've got quite a few one-day videos to do, and that's a-okay too. I did forget to tell you something in the start of the new year, which is the Pantone colour for the year. I usually do it just for the fun of it. It often doesn't mean a thing. I'm just curious. So this year they have chosen something called Cloud Dancer, which is white. it's white is white. Now I like white. I don't seem to use white. It's really good next to other colours to make things pop and to give a cooler tone to projects that might need that little bit of a lift. But that's it. That's the Pantone colour for the year. I need to talk to you all about the clothing that I wear. Twice now I've had someone say, you need to cover up. I understand that being uncovered to some people or some religions is not what they do or not what they're taught to do. But I say, give everyone the benefit of the doubt when you do not know the reasons why. This new dress is as good as covering up is going to get. So I said to these people, I explained why I don't have clothing all over the top of me. And I said, and also you have the choice to leave because no one's making you hang around. If you don't like what I wear, that's on you because I have a lot of very valid reasons. And it's a big lesson in being judgmental or not. Okay? I explained to these two people that, number one, I live in a very hot and humid climate. Now, I am even hotter because of menopause and because of the nerve damage that I have right here. You can see the scars, and I also have scars under my arms where I've had the first rib removed and lots of tangling fibrous bands removed. Then I had the surgery on my actual brachial plexus nerves. I've had neck muscles removed, and that surgery leaves you with an even heightened sense of nerve pain. So putting clothes on top of this not only makes me hot and agitated, it increases my pain. I cannot wear a bra. I cannot deal with this because, you know, my pain is not just here. It's the top quadrants. It comes to my breasts and it goes around my back. It goes down the back of my arms and sometimes all the way down to my hands. I am numb in this area back here. I do write this to these people and they say nothing in return. So I hope they're happy just to leave Gum Leaf Crochet and go elsewhere. I want you to know that I don't wear what they consider as skimpy clothes for just no good reason. If I could wear clothes, I would. I do love to be covered up, especially when it's cold, of course. But when it's hot like this, and add it to my two other contributing factors, and not only this, all my life I've had something called dysautonomia, which has POTS combined and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Okay, so that compounds with this. Likely this has caused all that because it's been a lifelong problem. Anyway, I don't want this to tarnish what we have, but if people don't like it, they can go. And I'm okay with that because I'm here for people who like me for more than just what I've got on. I really hope you know that, and I think that you do. I know it can look a bit funny if I've got the dress down here and no sleeves, but you know what? That's me, and I'm going to do me. I'm at that stage in life where I've gathered lots of experiences and lots of things I'd love to talk to you about, and also the fact that I'm just going to be me. I have so much more to offer than people worrying about covering up or what I'm wearing or not wearing. And maybe if they asked me why, I would tell them and they might be more understanding. But if not, again, that's a-okay to go. All right, I appreciate all of you who are here, who have put up with me wearing my strapless dress. And you know, the second one that said cover up was on a video I did strolling down the stairs with my blanket. They could see there was a whole dress there, yet they were just focusing on this. So we have to realize that being on YouTube is a global thing, and we're going to get all sorts of different people with different ideas. I get that, but they also need to give me a break a little bit too. Now, I actually didn't want this to be a sermon, and it wasn't kind of intended, but I felt it need to be said. So let's get back to what we really love. And we love being here together because we are honest people doing our thing with our yarn, our knitting, our crochet. And like they say, like the experts say on YouTube, is people like people they can know, like and trust. And you know what? You're all so happy being here, and I'm happy that you're here too. Now, these colour cards that Glenda made for me have just come in so handy. And I know this is a little bit of a plug, because if you would like some, just go to my descriptions and I will tell you how to get them. Because not only did they tease me as I've looked through to see the colours that I'd like that I don't have, and they nearly made me fall off the wagon, but when the lady asked me what colours I used in that blanket over there, because I didn't have them written down, I pulled these out, and it was so quick and easy instead of having to go back to the websites like I have done in the past. So as time goes on, they become more and more handy in ways I didn't know how they would. So if you'd like to get some, she's got these in Stylecraft and Paint Box, and I think others as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. But send Glenda an email, see what she has. She's got those other little bobbins. They're bobbins, so that you can mix and match to work out what colours you might like for a project. So she's a lovely, friendly lady. Send her a message, see what she's got that might suit you, see how much it is, see, you know, if it's affordable to you and if it's not. And if you're like me, you prioritise yarn and crochet over everything. I actually, you wouldn't believe it, I live a very frugal life. Now, you would look at this and say, you do not. There is no way you can live a frugal life. I have never had a physical obsession like I do with yarn and crochet. I used to have exercise obsessions. Exercising all the time, up and down the lane in the pool, going to the gym. I became a gym instructor. You know, they were my obsessions. And since they were taken away from me due to illness and injury, this is my obsession. So I throw everything into it because I love it. And what better way to live your life, especially in what they call this last quarter. Not only do I bring crochet to the table, but like I said earlier, I've got lots of life experiences that has got me to where I am now. Just maybe 40 years ago, there is no way I could get in front of a camera. And I know now, I didn't think my beginning videos were very cringe, but now when I look, just this last few weeks, it's changed. And I think, oh dear, but I know you have to start somewhere. They say that your first 100 videos don't matter, and I understand why now. It's because you're learning. There's so much to learn to get to where we are, and then beyond. So if you look at my wall of yarn, and if I show you through those cupboards out the back, I don't care, because I am loving life. And that is the name of the game. If you can afford to have a stash all ready to go, that's great. I understand that some people can't, and that is okay too. You know, you can use what you can use. You can use what you can afford. But just doing it and being here means more than the type of yarn that you use. It really does. We aren't yarn snobs here. We just love to see each other smiling when they share their work and share with us what they've created. There's also other reasons that I have a big stash ready to go. And again, I might do a video on that as well, because I'm not alone. So it's a thing. Anyway, how did we get here? Oh, saying that I live a very frugal life. You should see me outside that door. Everything gets used to its death. I love to reuse, recycle, be careful, be so careful with water, electricity, you know, what you spend your money on, all those sorts of things. And this is my one treat to myself so that my life is enjoyable as it is, because I spent too many years sick, in pain, in bed with nothing to do. Absolutely nothing. It was a lot of years. So you can see now why I'm so damn happy. And my goal here is to make you as happy as that too. Or get you on your way at least. How did I get to this when I was starting to talk about colour cards? I digressed, and you know that's a good thing. Okay, that's about it for Jill's chin wag for the day. I hope you've enjoyed spending a few moments with me and had lots of aha moments yourself, because it's a really great thing when we can relate to each other and know that we're not alone. So happy crocheting, everyone, from my crochet hook to yours. Take lots of care, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.